again, and today is another day and another episode of Keto Talk. Today I'm going to be taking you guys through my pantry, which is a very exciting place because it is full of some really good keto finds, and I'm going to be talking through a couple of these items and kind of the reason why we keep these in here as staples and kind of why we have them. And you know, just to give you guys some good ideas of items to look for when you're grocery shopping, so that you have a variety of stuff. Normally our pantry is a little bit more stuffed because I have removed a number of the items that are really more geared towards my kids' diet. My kids eat a gluten-free, 100% natural diet. They do eat keto meals, but they are not 100% keto themselves. If you guys enjoy this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up because that lets me know that you are enjoying the videos that I'm putting out there and you are finding them useful. Also, if you could go ahead and comment below one of your favorite pantry items. I feel like that kind of helps the community and lets other people know the thing that you always keep in your pantry stocked, ready to go. So that way you don't feel tempted to cheat on keto. You have the good keto snack, you have the good basics for a good keto meal, just what some of your favorites are. And then go ahead and check out the comments and see what other people's favorite staple items are. So that being said, let's get into my pantry. Alright, we are in the pantry. So, some of the items that I have that I keep a lot of in stock are olives. So I've got some Kalamata olives, and then I've got some basic black olives. I like to put these on pizzas, sometimes in salads, sometimes just as a snack. I also keep cans of coconut milk. You can turn coconut milk into you can turn it into ice cream, which is great. This has 1 carb in it, and that 1 carb is from sugar. This little can is considered 5 servings. The other thing that I like to keep in my pantry is some pizza sauce. I like pizza. Pizza is like my favorite thing in the entire world, and I'm hoping this focuses, but if it doesn't, this is considered to be 7 servings. But I never use that much. I probably use about this much of a bottle in order to make 2 pizzas. And so within the 7 servings, this will have 3 grams of carbs, 1 fiber, so 2 net carbs. So I also like to keep pasta sauce. I make things like zoodles, so zucchini noodles, and I like to keep a pasta sauce on hand because that's just an easy meal to brown some beef and then to toss some zoodles in. Zoodles don't really take that much time to make. And this one is by the same brand. It's Katia, which is a really good brand. I do keep some dehydrated instant coffee on hand. I sometimes like to put this in smoothies. This is a really good instant one. I keep tomato paste in my pantry. I will keep some green superfood. This is a great way to get in some potassium, which is a good electrolyte to have, or the necessary one. If you follow me on Instagram or if you watched my 15 days of keto videos, which more are coming, don't worry, I love Primal Kitchen brands mayo. I like their salad dressing. I use a lot of them. They are made from avocado oil, which is a great way to get some of your omegas in. And then they don't use sugar. It's paleo friendly, dairy free friendly if you're that too. And this is a chipotle lime mayo. Another 2 things that we have in our pantry are these paleo baking mixes. These are pretty tasty. The dry mixes are pretty carb free, and they're pretty keto friendly. Like this one is a chocolate muffin or cake mix, and it has 8 carbohydrates in it but 5 grams of fiber. They use coconut flour in a lot of these, so the ingredients in this one are, if it focuses, it's just cocoa, coconut flour, sea salt, and baking soda, and that's it. That's all that's made up in this mix. You would mix this with 6 eggs, coconut oil. It says honey on here, but I would just replace it with my favorite keto sweetener, and then water, and then you just bake it. This one does require you to add blueberries in it. It's a blueberry mix, but it's basically the same thing, except for this one uses hazelnut flour, coconut flour, sea salt, and then baking soda. And this one has 7 carbs total, with 4 net carbs. And so these each make about 16 muffins, or 16 like squares of, you know, like a pan dish if you want to do cakes. So we are on to my very extensive tea collection here. I'm only going to pull out the brand Rishi. I love this brand. It is real ingredients, real leaf tea, and then they use like a cloth tea bag. I would totally check out this brand. It's super yummy. Tea has become kind of my activator drink in the morning in order to get my digestion going. I like ones with real herbs and different ingredients in order to kind of get that kind of feeling going. I also try to use teas that have licorice root in it because that's really good for your body, as well as balancing your hormones. I have also kind of begun using these flavored teas as a replacement for like an evening drink. So to kind of cut down on the interest in alcohol. Alcohol is something you can have on a keto diet, but I'd try to limit it because it slows down your metabolism and it makes it so you're not burning as much, and so I use alcohol as a treat. So I'm going to come back down over here and show you my vast sardine, canned salmon, and canned tuna collection. I buy all of these items from Costco. I get them in bulk. These sardines are super great. My husband loves them. He basically eats them several times a week for his lunches, and I'm more of a tuna fan myself, but you know, it's just a preference of what kind of fish you like. And so, yep, we've got a lot of good canned fishes in here. I've also got my chia seed, which is a great source of fiber. It keeps your digestion going. My other favorite thing is pumpkin seeds. These pumpkin seeds are just dry roasted, so they're just plain pumpkin seeds, but pumpkin seeds contain 5 carbohydrates per serving, but then they contain 5 fiber, so they're a great way to have a good little snack. This pouch is considered 3.5 servings, so just be mindful about portion size. We do also have some flackers. That's a good cracker alternative. They're made from flax seeds and then just various flavoring. They contain, you know, 6 grams of fiber, 4 protein. The total carbohydrates in these are, for a serving, is 9, so you're just getting 3 net carbs. A serving is 6 crackers. I also have some of my favorites, which are pork rinds. This is another good like chip replacement. We buy the Epic brand, which we are able to get at our co-op. This one is their barbecue flavor, and then we have the sea salt and pepper flavor. Another buy that I get from Costco is Dukes. If you follow a lot of people on Instagram or YouTube, you've probably seen these before. This is 1 net carb per 2 sausages. There's no hormones, there's no antibiotics used, no nitrates, and so it's, you know, a really clean source of kind of like a smoked meat treat, little sausage thing. There are other flavors of this by this brand. I get this big huge thing from Costco. It costs about $16 and it'll last my family a good 2.5 weeks. So yeah, that's our favorite little treat guy there. The other thing I've got is my collagen. Talked about this to death. I love collagen. I put it in my bulletproof coffee every morning, and Zinc is my favorite brand. Another Costco awesomeness. So anytime you see this Kirkland's brand, that is a Costco item. This is their peanut butter. It's made from Valencia peanuts, which are supposedly like the best peanut out there. This one is for 2 tablespoons. It's 7 carbohydrates with 3 grams of fiber, so 2 net carbs. In this peanut butter, nobody in my family luckily doesn't have a peanut allergy, so we use peanut butter in a lot of stuff in order to sweeten it up. Onto my coconut oil section too. I've got lots of Kirkland brand coconut oil. We go through this like crazy, cook and bake with it. I do use MCT oil in my coffees in the morning. but I do use a lot of coconut oil. Coconut oil is awesome, and Costco is like literally the best place to buy it because you get this huge drum for like, I don't know, I feel like it's super cheap. I feel like these two, like you would get 2 of these. Sometimes they'll have that, or they'll have this big drum. I feel like these two, when there was 2 of these, it was like $15 for organic coconut oil. That is, the other thing with coconut oil I'll say is that you want it to get it unrefined. And so unrefined cold pressed coconut oil, organic from Costco, super affordable. That's where I get it from. I also get this lemon juice, which I will put in things like tea or just other drinks in order to sweeten it. It's again organic, 100% lemon juice from real lemons. It's just lemon juice in there. So yeah, it's a good source instead of having to squeeze a bunch of lemons. Totally would do that, but it's just, you know, it can be kind of time consuming, and when you're in a rush, you're in a rush. So I've got sea salt in here. It says pink Sherpa salt, but this is just plain sea salt in here. We just use that container for storage. I've got my whey protein. This Wild Whey is literally my favorite whey protein. It is super good, and it is only 2 net carbs per serving. So great way to get some organic grass-fed whey in. I buy this off of Amazon. I've got avocados. We've got Kirkland brand almond milk in here too. I've got my beef gelatin. I've got xanthan gum, macadamia nuts, baking powder, guar gum. With these 3, these are a great way to kind of mock cook things. These would be my 3 staples for trying to kind of get the same kind of components that you might have gotten out of like wheat or a traditional thickener. These ones will kind of, these are my staples. There's a lot of different recipes you can use these in order to kind of either mock make a crust on chicken or thicken up sauces that you would normally thicken up with, you know, a carbohydrate source like wheat or something. So those are my favorites. Macadamia nuts are basically like my favorite nut in the entire world, and Costco is literally the best place to buy them because you get just plain dry roasted macadamia nuts. I think these are $16 for this big huge jar. Macadamia nuts are super expensive, but they are a great nut choice. They're like the best keto nut choice out there, I think, because they are 4 carbohydrates per serving. They are loaded with good fats, and then they have 2 grams of fiber per serving. So it's just a really easy, good way to get some good fat in and then some good fiber as well. I got my apple cider vinegar, olive oil, more coffee. I'll put that where the other one was. I've got my almond flour. I buy this from my co-op, but I've also found this at my local grocery store. So this is a pretty easy thing to find. Almond flour is the only real flour that I buy. Like I did say, I have these mixes, but I don't buy like coconut flour usually or hazelnut flour. I will typically just buy the almond flour or almond meal, and you want to make sure that you're getting a good grind on this. I buy the finest grind because I find that that makes things a little bit more closer to traditional flour. So just getting a fine grind almond flour will usually get you somewhat close to that level. I've also got some wisps in here. So these are Parmesan cheese crackers. They are just Parmesan cheese that's been baked and made into a crackery chip thing. I think we're going on up. So I've got gin. This is my preferred alcohol choice. I've got another tea that I need to move. This is my bone broth. I like to put this into smoothies. I've bought this one a few times now. This is turmeric flavor. I like turmeric because it's good for inflammation. Then I've got a ton of these little packages. They are like guacamole, to make guacamole at home. I think one of these is like a Southwest flavored one. They're, you know, seasonings will have carbs in it, and you just really need to look at the label, really read the portion serving size. I will add way more avocados to this mix than it requires, and then make it into like a bigger batch, and then use it for several meals. We've also got some paleo protein bars. These are kind of the only bar I eat. So if you hear me say I'm going to eat a bar or I ate a bar, these are the only ones that actually work for me. These don't have sugar alcohols in it. They have, this particular one has 2 grams of sugar. It's a mint chocolate flavor, but this uses tapioca flour, so there's technically 24 grams of carbs in this, but 22 grams of fiber because they use that tapioca fiber. So these are made with from grass-fed beef protein, coconut oil, vanilla extract, chocolate extract, peppermint oil, and then it's sweetened with stevia. And then there are like safflower seeds in this too. So it's got prebiotics in it, and you know, if I'm gonna have a bar, I don't have it every day. If I'm gonna have a bar, this is kind of the bar I have. So then we get onto our, don't look over here, our massive chocolate section. And this is basically the only chocolate bar we are eating. It's the extreme dark chocolate from Equal Exchange Chocolates. It's 88% dark chocolate. My husband and I will cut a bar in half for a serving and then cut that serving size in half. Technically a serving size of this is half of a bar, so we're having like a 1/4 serving. That ends up being 3.5 carbs each. So that will usually be like our sweeter treat. We come down here, I've got some LaCroix waters down here. Usually keep a container of these on hand. This kind of just satisfies that sweet kind of craving. We also have Pellegrino water down here. I buy this from Costco. It's the cheapest way. I think it makes it so it's like, I don't know, I want to say like 75-cent bottle, whereas if you went to the grocery store, it's like $2 for a bottle. So definitely check out Costco if you want good mineral water. Yeah, that's basically it. I mean, if I come way up here, I've got my dehydrator and I've got my roaster and I've got my paper towels. So that's basically all that's up there. So this has been a great look into what is in my pantry, what I'm storing. These are my dry items. These are the things that I can preserve, you know, not in the cold. Don't worry, I'm going to be doing another video about what's in my fridge. I just figured I'd separate the two apart so that way I could be a little bit more in detail about every item that's in here. I hope you guys found this interesting and that you saw some items that you may consider putting into your keto pantry and kind of stocking up on. Again, I can't recommend buying in bulk enough. Buying in bulk has just, you know, again, saved our family so much money. I've got snacks, I've got things in here now, I've got seasoning packets, I've got quick, easy meals that I don't have to worry about running out to the grocery store last minute to get something. I've bought it ahead of time, I've saved the money, it's here, I don't have to worry about it, and that's really something I would recommend. It takes a ton of the stress out of food, especially if you know that you've already got a great stock of stuff. So again, I'm going to be bringing you to the fridge and my freezer next week and kind of going over some of the meat items that we keep, the cheese, the vegetables, whatever it is that we have on hand. I'll be bringing you guys to that next week. I'll probably be doing that early in the week because we get through our vegetables very, very quickly. And I want to show you them when they're the freshest. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up because that lets me know that I'm doing you right and I'm putting videos out there that have information that you guys find informative and help you, you know, kind of find different things that are keto, maybe different options, and just seeing what somebody else is doing, so that way it sparks some interest in you too. So if you are somebody that just discovered my channel, go ahead and subscribe because I do put out new videos regularly and they are about my keto quest and my journey to find my own personal optimal health and become the best possible me that I could be. Definitely corny, but that is quite honestly the truth. So again, until next time, I hope you guys are doing good. I hope everything's going well in your life and I will see you guys later. Bye.